Hello guys, and today I'm going to teach you how to play piano by ear. So, a lot of people think that playing piano by ear is hard. But the truth is, it really isn't. And people think that it's a skill that you have to be born with. It's not a skill that you have to be born with, it's something you can develop. So me personally, I could play by ear. I've been playing for 8 years, and it kind of just like developed out of nowhere. But I'm going to show you the strategy I use when I'm playing a song by ear. So first of all, you're going to want to listen to the song that you want to play by ear. You want to know what you're getting into. And then the first thing you're going to want to start with is a one-note melody. So when you're starting playing by ear, start with something very simple like Mary Had a Little Lamb, Heart and Soul, London Bridge is Falling Down. Those are some really good ones to play as a beginning ear player. So Heart and Soul, for me, I've already been playing songs that are harder than Heart and Soul by ear. But Heart and Soul is a pretty easy song to learn by ear. So most people probably know Heart and Soul. It goes dun 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 dun. So that's the song I'm going to be using as an example today, since it's so easy and so well known. So let's start off. So this is my piano right here, and I'm going to show you how to start off. So you want to play Heart and Soul. So first of all, I'm going to pretend that I don't know how to play it, because I already learned how to play it by ear in like 1 minute. And I already know how to play it, but anyways, I'm going to show you how to play it as an example. So first, I don't know where the keys are. I mean, I do know where the keys are, but in this situation, I don't know where the keys are. And I'm just starting to learn how to play by ear. So first of all, I'm going to be like, da, da, and then be like, which key makes that sound? Move up the keyboard until you find the note that sounds correct. So you might have to like go across the whole keyboard, pressing every single sharp, flat, natural to find the note that you're looking for. But start off where you think it is. So wherever you think the note is, you don't want to start off there. Let's say I think the note is here. That doesn't sound right. So maybe I'm going to go up. And then I'm like, yeah, that one sounds correct. So once you found your anchor note, the first note of the song, you're going to want to start finding the simple melody. So when you're first starting playing by ear, just do a simple melody at first. So I'm playing Heart and Soul. So I know that it starts out with 3 of the same notes. So I'm like, all right, I got the first part of the song down. So what am I going to do next? That doesn't sound right. So I'm going to just keep moving around until I find the second note. That sounds good. So me, I already know how to play. I'm going to try to pretend that I'm a rookie. I don't know anything about the piano, and I'm just trying to play. So you're going to kind of want to feel around once you find your anchor note. Once you find your anchor note, for most songs, the other notes will usually be nearby, unless you're trying to play like some really complicated piece. The other notes are probably pretty nearby. You're going to have to feel around for them. When you're first starting out ear playing, you're probably going to want to continuously listen to the song as you're trying to scope your notes. A good thing to do is to listen to the song while playing the notes that you think it is. At the same time the song is doing them, and if it matches up and you can barely hear your piano, then you're right. If you can like hear the piano and you'll know when it sounds off, like it's really obvious. But yeah. So I'm finding out my melody. I'm just pressing around. So you're gonna kind of make a few mistakes along the way. That's fine. If you say, "Oh, that's note sounds wrong," you're gonna like wanna. You're going to be like, that note sounds wrong. So eventually, you're going to probably have made a simple melody. This is my simple melody for Heart and Soul. Alright, so now you got your simple melody down. Next thing you're going to do is go to the right hand. You're going to like try to get some simple one note. If you want to add chords to the right hand, you can, but a lot of sounds just sound okay with a single note right hand. But a good way to like add chords in, make it a little bit more juicy, is do something like this. So finding some simple notes. The good thing is just like to add another second note, and it can make it like add a little bit more depth. But like it's fine to just keep a single, because you're doing a cover. So your cover doesn't need to be like anybody else's cover. Your cover is your own creation. It does not need to be the same as other covers. There's many different types of covers, and as long as it sounds like the original sound, you're fine. So next we're going to do into finding the harmony. The harmony is pretty easy to figure out once you figure out the melody. So I already know the harmony for Heart and Soul, but I'm going to pretend I don't know. So a good thing to start out with playing the note that like each note is, like just doing a double. And see test it out. See how each note sounds with each other. So, got a C. So I'm gonna see what it sounds like. I'm like, this actually sounds a little bit like Heart and Soul. So once I found a good first note, I'm gonna move on to my second note and be like, and like, if you remember Heart and Soul, it's a classic piano piece. You remember like they would like be doing like some dun dun chun chun dun dun chun chun in the left hand. So when you listen to the song, the first time you listen to it, you're listening for melody, which is like the lyrics of the song. If the song has lyrics, which Heart and Soul does have lyrics. But when you're going in, you're gonna also want to listen a second time for harmony. And if you know what Heart and Soul sounds like, you know the harmony like sounds like this. At least I know the harmony sounds like that. But in this case, I'm gonna pretend I'm a rookie. I don't know anything about ear playing, even though I do know about ear playing and I can do it. Pretend I don't know about ear playing. So I'm like, what would sound good with this? That sounds kind of good with it. Or we like, there's some hops in the right hand. So like if you just know the basis of what's going on in the right hand. So some common things that would go on in the left hand is like, sometimes they do jumps like this. Sometimes they do like jumps like this. Jumps like this. Sometimes they do jumps. Sometimes they do like this, like this is what they do in River Flows and Me. They do like And then sometimes with the left hand, they'd have chords. But there's like just a few like basic things that the left hand would usually be doing. Sometimes a mix of them. Basic things. Single note. That's usually what you do in like easy piano pieces. But you can, since you're the person making the cover, you can choose to make it as hard or as easy as you would like it to be. Every cover is valid as long as it sounds like the actual song. Like, if I, like, for Heart and Soul, it'd be appropriate for me to do a cover like this. It's like, I know how to play Heart and Soul, but anyways, like, I could just make a cover as long as it sounds like the actual song. It is a valid cover. So, yeah, so you're going to be listening for both melody and harmony. And like, as you know your basics, like, the basics are hop, jump. This is hop, jump. Then there is, like, I'm just going to call it legato train, which is the second thing that's done. Which is like going across 3 or 4 of some notes in the left hand and just moving. And then there is chords, of course. The common thing also done in the left hand. So just try it out. Try it out with like different things. And then there's also single notes. When you're a beginner ear playing, you might start out with single notes. So when you start out, you're just going to want to start out with like a 1-note melody. Then start adding a harmony on, preferably with 1 note since you're a beginner. So you know that it goes hop, hop, jump, so you're going to try it and see what sounds right. You're like, You might kind of play this one first, but that doesn't sound right. Yeah, that does sound right. And then you're going to like, would it sound good if I added a 2nd note to it? And then you got this. And then you're like, what happens next? So you're gonna like, then you start playing. And then you got this, and you're like, you need something else. Like, does this sound good? So it's just kind of like a game of trial and error. Finding what sounds good and what doesn't. So you've already found the first part. Now you're looking for the second part. Like, what sounds good with this? Like, I know I sound off. Like, I usually play better than this, but yeah. But like, just like kind of trial and error. Like, it's pretty simple. So if I was first starting the Heart and Soul, I'd start out with something like this. If you know what the right hand sounds like, you can play the right hand just like how you play the melody. Then you might want to try to add some chords, like maybe it will sound better with a few chords. It's possible you might want to add something to the right hand, but it's also fine to just like have a single note melody in the right hand. And then after you find the notes, you're gonna want to start practicing your piece. Like, I kind of messed up quite a lot, but when you're first ear playing, no matter how good of a piano player you are, you might like make quite a lot of mistakes. That's fine. Just keep practicing your cover after you've done found it. So right now I actually am practicing my cover of Heart and Soul, which I did by ear. So like, it's not very good, but time goes on, we'll get better. So I have like a few versions, like the easy version and the hard version. And if you find a cover online with different notes, that's fine. Like, you can make a sound that sounds almost the same with many different combinations of notes. As long as it sounds like the actual sound, you'll know if it sounds off. If I was playing Heart and Soul like this, I'm gonna be like, that sounds so off. And you're gonna know when a note sounds off, when a note does not fit. So yeah, you could choose. So in the end, ear playing is actually extremely easy. Just listen to your song. When you're ear playing, when you're first ear playing, like me as an ear player, I could have heard a song like Heart and Soul, like I was listening to it a little bit today, but when I first started making my ear cover and I had it down, I was playing off of a memory from like weeks, months, years ago. If you know your song by heart, then you might not even need to listen to it either. When you're first ear playing, you're probably going to want to listen to your song so much you get an earworm of it. First thing, find single note melody, single note harmony. Then you can start spicing it up, adding chords. See what sounds nice. Once you've found your anchor note, play the notes around it. You might want to like start finding the rhythm, like for Heart and Soul. Start finding the rhythm for like Heart and Soul, because your rhythm is going to be part of what makes it sound good. Like if I'm playing Heart and Soul like this, like it doesn't sound as good. Or like I'm playing Heart and Soul like this, like those were basically the right notes, but since I didn't get the rhythm down, it did not sound correct. So you're gonna want to make sure you got the rhythm down. Like Heart and Soul's rhythm is like this. So we got quarter notes, and then eighth notes, and then we know, okay, and we take a pause. So I know that's what my rhythm should be. So when I start experimenting with notes, I know that I should be pressing the notes with that particular rhythm. It's not gonna sound right. So I found my anchor note. So I need to make sure my rhythm actually sounds like the song. Because you can have the right notes and it might sound wrong because of your rhythm. So like, pretty simple, just like listen to your song, find the rhythms, clap, play with the actual recording of the song, and if it sounds similar and not off, like, kind of had a cover of, what is it called, My Immortal that I had made, and it actually sounds like My Immortal. And it actually does sound like My Immortal. But if I listen to it and play it while listening to the actual song, it sounds off, even though on my piano it sounds right. Just keep that in mind. You can get the same song with different notes Just make sure getting the rhythm right. You might have to press around to find the right note. Like when you play the first note of Heart and Soul, you know the second note goes down lower. Likely, even if you're not a musically inclined person. So you're gonna wanna know, okay, the first note's like this, the other note going down lower. But anyways, since I've kind of taught you how to ear play, let's listen to my rendition of Heart and Soul. Let's play that again, because that was bad. And there it is. And I hope you enjoyed your rendition of a pianist who's been playing for 8 years, struggling to play a really simple song. You know, it probably sounds stupid. Yes. But anyways, it doesn't matter what kind of pianist you are. You can make mistakes in little songs like that. But anyways, I hope that my rendition of Heart and Soul and me teaching you how to play by ear is actually helpful to you. And if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer, and I'll be happy to make more videos for people who need help with piano related things. But for now, bye, and I'm going to try to post more piano content soon. But I really hope this helps people who want to learn piano, but like really can't afford books and stuff. Like, as long as you have a piano, you can play. You don't need to buy books. You can just, as long as you have a piano, you can play. You don't need anything else. As long as you know how to do it by ear. And for some people, they don't even know how to read music, but they can play piano extremely good. Why? Because they can play it by ear. So I really hope that my video really helps you to learn how to develop your skill ear playing. Bye.